Seventh graders. My name is Mr. Yu. I teach math for the Emerald team in room 305, and we decided we're going to try to make some videos ourselves once in a while because some of the math videos are what we call possibly a little boring. Okay, they use the same voice. Hi everybody, we're learning this today. But we're going to try to change our fluctuation of voice just a little and keep you guys awake. So right now, please make sure your eyes are awake. Okay, and I brought a good friend of mine. His name is Kurt. Okay, and Kurt is a big Redskin fan. Shocking. Okay, and basically the reason why I thought of Kurt is because he's going to help me talk a little math to you. Okay, and I'm no ventriloquist, I think they call it. But hey everybody, how you doing? My name's Kurt. Oh, see, maybe I am. So, anyways, Kurt's going to be here just hanging out for a little bit. You could just see his hair for now in the corner there. Okay, I don't want him to be too much of a distraction. So, anyways, first thing we're going to talk about today is interpreting graphs. So, we all know a graph has two axes, the x-axis and the y-axis. And in this case, y always depends on x. So the y is our dependent variable, the x is our independent variable. And the y we're talking about hours is sleep. Okay, not in math class, of course, but there they are. Okay, and we go up by what we call a consistent scale for both the x and the y. And if I interpret this point right here where my finger is, I believe it's telling me in 2 days I sleep 10 hours. And if I skip up to this point way out here, it looks like it's saying in 10 days I sleep 50 hours. So usually when we talk about interpreting a graph, we mention both variables, and in this case, hours of sleep and number of days. Okay, and the hours that you sleep depends on how many days you have. Okay, maybe a snow day, you'll get a few more hours of sleep. Okay, so that's interpreting a graph. Hopefully that'll help. Notice there's 3 labels on the graph. We got a title, and we label both axes. Okay, thank you. Next part, solving proportions. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this okay. All right, there are 2 ways to solve a proportion. One way is cross multiplying, or sometimes referred to as cross products. And in this case, we cross multiply. We set up a one-step equation. So I've got 10r is equal to 40. Then to isolate the variable, we do inverse operations, which in this case would be dividing both sides by 10, and I get r equals 4. And if you remember, we always put y over x. Y over x. The other way we could solve a proportion, different numbers this time, is by setting up and using the direct proportion equation. Y equals kx. And first, you always have to find what k is. Okay, and how do we find k? We put y over x and divide them. Sometimes it'll be a decimal, sometimes it'll be a whole number. Okay, depends. So in this case, if I was doing y over x, okay, and I was getting paid, let's say, this is hard to read, let me look real quick. If I'm getting paid $33 for 6 hours of work, okay, not too shabby, under minimum wage, but maybe you're babysitting some real nice kids, so you don't get a lot of money for doing real nice kids. So we do 33 over 6, and you get $5.50 per hour. Well, that'll be my k. So now I could substitute that in the equation y equals kx. So now I've got y equals 550x. I now know they want to know how much will we get paid for working, is that 15 hours? It's upside down, I believe 15. Okay, so I will then do y equals 550 times 15 because the hours is my x. You got to make sure you put that in the right spot. If you put it in for y, it's going to be wrong. Ching ching. So now I do y equals 550 times 15 to get how much money I'll make. And let me flip this around again. Hard to read upside down. $82.50 you'll get paid for working 15 hours. So once again, two different ways. You could set up a proportion, which is two equal ratios, two equal fractions, cross multiply, solve it algebraically, big 7th grade way. Or we could use an equation y equals kx. And you find k by putting y over x. Shocking. That's how you do that, but that is how you do that. Hopefully you got that down. Okay, and once you find k, you'll either have to find y or x depending on what the problem asks for. So this one here, once again, asks you to find the amount of money, and that's my y. So I put the 15 hours in for x. Hopefully that helps. Not sure. You know, but hopefully this video was a little better than some of the other ones. If not, that's fine. Miss K, we got Mr. F, Miss Weaver. We got some people who can make some exciting math videos because math is the best. Please remember, eat your vegetables, drink your juice, and of course, do your math homework. Thank you so much. Kirk wants to say goodbye. Bye, everybody. Have a nice day. See ya. Bye-bye.